What's up everyone, John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo here with a tour for you of the HTC Desire HD and an overview of the new Sense skin sitting on top of Android that's going to be making its way into a ton of upcoming HTC devices. Let's go ahead and get started. So unfortunately, I only have the Desire HD for just under 24 hours, which is not enough time for me to conduct the thorough review that I usually like and to run the battery of tests that I need to do. So this is going to sort of supplant a review and just going to be an overview of the device and its skin Sense UI sitting on top of Android 2.2. So let's run through the specs real quickly. It does have a 4.3-inch diagonal WVGA screen. It means it's got a resolution of 480 by 800. It's got a 1 GHz Snapdragon processor. It's got 1.5 gigs of internal memory and 768 of RAM. On the back, it features an 8-megapixel autofocus camera with dual LED flash capable of shooting 720p, hence the sort of HD name in it. It's got a battery of 1,230 milliamp hours, so not the most powerful battery. Kind of interestingly enough, on most of HTC phones, the whole back actually slides off to reveal the battery and SIM card slot. On this, it actually doesn't. The battery is under this slot, and your SIM card and micro SD go right under there. Kind of neat. Alright, so let's go ahead and start the tour. On first blush, it looks very similar to what we've seen on other HTC Sense devices. For example, the Evo 4G. However, there's a lot more under the hood, and it starts with that little icon right there, Personalize. So you go ahead and jump in, and you can pick a lot of customizations now with HTC Sense that you couldn't do in the past, at least without minimal hacking. So you now have scenes. So you can go ahead and pick different scenes. You can download more from HTC Sense website. And these are sort of just different little backgrounds and little skins that you can put on here. And speaking of skins, there are actually legitimate skins now to change the way Sense looks and to change the way those buttons on the bottom actually look. So by default, you've got a menu, phone, and settings, but you can pick a sort of different look. So you've got the rounded look on the bottom there. You've got a bit more of a, oops, let me jump back. One more time. There we go. You've got a bit more of a modern look. You've got sort of a metal look there. Slate, wood, and you can go ahead and get more and download these from HTC's website. It's kind of a cool way to customize it. Let's go ahead and pick one and show what it looks like. Let's go ahead and apply. Let's go ahead and get some wood. Go ahead and apply wood. And you can see it sort of loads up there in the background, and now it is set and sort of changes the way everything looks. Customization definitely runs a little bit deeper. You've got a ton of widgets, obviously, in sort of the typical Android and HTC fashion. And some of them are new and sort of refreshed. You got a new tips widget. The Twitter widget has been updated. Search Anywhere is now on here. And you can see sort of what the rest of the options are. Things that you'd expect from a modern Android device. Go ahead and jump back. You can go ahead and really much easily select your custom sound set. So for your alerts and ringtones and the rest. You've got a separate ringtone thing right there. You've got notification sounds and alarm. You can all set stuff right here. And you can also go ahead and organize your folders right from that customization screen. Other than that, it's pretty standard Sense. You can go ahead and do your sort of pinch to zoom, and you can jump to any of the 7 screens that you'd like. So there really is a lot to like about the phone. It's not an revolutionary rather, step ahead for Android and HTC. It's a bit more evolutionary, but I like the customization options here. You can pick what you want it to look like. In the past, you were limited with what your device could sort of look like out of the box. Now the possibilities are really endless. This is probably very similar in look and feel to what we've seen with the Evo 4G in a lot of ways. This is sort of the GSM version. Although unfortunately, at least right now, there's not a version available that supports US 3G. So if you live in Europe or other parts of the world, this sucker is going to be great for you if you've sort of been looking in awe at the Evo 4G but couldn't quite have one for yourself. This is going to be a really good way to go. Let's go ahead and pull this back. It does not have the front-facing camera, however, of the Evo 4G, and does not have the 4G network capabilities that the Evo 4G has. It does have a pretty decent camera. 8-megapixel sensor does a very nice job, and I'd love to go in and sort of show you a lot more details about the phone, but my short time with it unfortunately limits what I can do and what I can show you. Overall, it's got great build quality. The screen is beautiful. It's got sort of that typical HTC feel to it that lets you know you have a quality device. If you're in a place in the world where this phone is going to be available, it's going to be a hard one not to recommend, and definitely position itself at the top of the line of the Android lineup. Anyway guys, I'm John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo, and this has been a first look at the new HTC Desire HD.